So, yeah, I had a recent notification that Facebook, well, it's not impressed with me. Apparently, I've offended in some fucking way, whatever that may be. What was it? Oh, yeah. Third party fact checkers had found similar content is missing context. Right, okay. And then you find, oh, wait, oh, I'm under some kind of ban here. Oh, well, actually, most people are not going to get to see it. We've removed even your photo. Was that the avatar or what? You know what? Missing context. Based on missing context. Right, okay. We're just going to have to, keep you in the background there. I'm not bleeding about it. People could say, oh, well, I'm not on Facebook, Scott. I still find it a very useful platform. Use it against them. Basically, that's it. Anyway, I came across something like this. New rules stopping drivers entering some areas coming from summer 2026. Now, we used to warn people about this. I mentioned in the past about, well, Oxford being one of them, really pushing for 15-minute cities. Yeah. So, okay, it's the Mirror. Slurpy Dave might say, nah, it should have been the Guardian, but so new rules stopping drivers entering some areas coming from summer of 2026. So drivers face new fines for entering areas of towns and cities, with the first scheme set to come out or come into force later this year. So, I mean, basically, it's telling you it's going everywhere. Yeah. And remember, all I asked in the last vid with the title is, that's all I'm asking, is that people start actually saying to themselves, wait a minute here, instead of me looking at what party affiliation they are, is there something a bit more deeper than that? Is there a kind of network that, well, is actually working against us? Yeah. But, the naivety of somebody like myself actually thinking that people would actually start looking at that, yeah. So drivers face new fines for entering areas of towns and cities, with the first scheme set to come into force later this year. Oxford will see filters issuing fines for drivers who enter parts of the city, and the scheme will be rolled out across the UK. The filters will operate like bus lanes, with ANPR cameras detecting number plates and issuing fines to drivers who break the rules. Under the scheme, most drivers will need to apply for a permit, and it will cost them dosh, that will allow them to go through the filters for up to 100 days a year without being fined. And of course, remember that'll adapt based on the CO2 apparently of their car, which I would argue we're struggling for just now. I mean, historically, when it's been much higher CO2, much more life was in existence. And these people are anti-life, right? So, I mean, all I'm basically trying to say here is, for the love of God, stop looking at them as parties and look at them as a cultist. That's all I'm asking. That's how they're getting away with it. What you're not seeing is the interconnected network. This is absolutely an interconnected death cult. They're literally slowing down economies, knowing full well that they will implode. And they're looking for the plus side at the other end of that, yeah? With a lot less of us in it, yeah? Seriously. None of this should be rocket science, but apparently you need to be entertained. No, your good selves, of course, but many others. And I'll speak to you soon.